G'day there, ladies and ledians. Welcome back to my Dragon Quest IX Let's Play. This should be episode 4 if I'm mistaken. Not mistaken, rather. So welcome back. Oh yes, so I will explain a few things here. First of all, the churches are like where you go to save. And so like when you resume like playing your game, you come from here. You can do a quick save from the menu, but that is also like temporary. But you can use that in a pinch. But for the most part, you go to these guys. They can also do like resurrections. They can get rid of curses. They can also tell you how much experience you need until the next level. I think that's about it. But in any case, they're pretty useful. And this blue space bubble means that it's a quest. So, egg her on with an air punch. We can do that. Because there are emotes that you can do in this game. Yeah. So, I believe to do that... Nope, that's not it. Party tricks. There we go. So it is an air punch, and I believe to do it, yeah, you hold B and then you... And so you can do like a few little emotes like that, and you can get more as you play the game. Like this one. We can now do a pirouette. So maybe we just set up some emotes for later to kind of entertain ourselves a little bit while I'm talking, you know? But yeah, there's a whole bunch of quests. I think there's like over 100 or so. Or do you have another quest? Okay, we can do that. So if we assign party tricks, have we got... We don't have an egg on. Alright, so let's just set up the emotes that we're going to be doing every now and then. I think air punch is good. And we can use the pirouette, because that's kind of fun. Maybe... Oh god. I'm curious about recline. And let's give... I think a clap. Let's give these a try, eh? So, recline. Hey! That's very cool! We can just lie down on the job. Good clap. Pirouette. Alright, let's just change them one more time before we start heading out, you know? So, recline is funny, but I don't think we need it. Let's go for... I think, forward thinking. Clap is good. I think we can do... I think I can do this. Ready? We can do... Hello? Clap. Jump. And then... Thanks. Ready? So this is what's gonna happen every time I do an intro now. Hello. Clap. Jump. Thanks. Yeah, boy. Wouldn't that be fun? So today's goal is to... Well, first of all, last time we defeated the Hexagon. Made our way from Angel Falls to Stornway, and we picked up some new team members. Should be able to zoom in a little bit. Behind me we've got Cardboard Cubone, who is going to be our warrior. He's going to be pretty useful, not just for combat, but for other things as well. Every time you like go out into a battle after resting, you'll have like a little animation like that where you see the entire group. But look at this, you can see... Damn, Evie! You didn't have to hit him that hard. But yeah, you can see that the party is out and about in the battle, and it, it's more of a visual flair. It's not really anything for combat, but it is nice, you know? Here's a little sub area, I think. What we got? Ah, so this is the other side of the hexagon. Because remember, it was a shortcut. So what do we got here? Suit of scale armor. That'll be good. We can upgrade that. Well, upgrade our current equipment. And we can give some leftovers to our teammates. We can't give them the celestial suit, however, so maybe we'll just equip that. But... we go here. Why to change character? Okay. So, yep, you're fine. Do we have any other... yeah, so we're gonna give... yeah, Meteosaur, some armor, because having some defense on our priest will be nice. I'm not going to go too much into the grinding equipment for them. They are going to be temporary in the grand scheme of things, but, you know, at least for now, they're fine. And so, this is our first recolor of an enemy. Oh, yeah. So, it has a fair amount of unique enemies, but a lot of the time the difference between enemies will just be the color. Evie, you're really getting all the wins here. It's good. So yeah, I figure I'll just level up a little bit, get a few more gold, you know, grind. It's always nice to grind for gold. And then we'll just kind of look around a bit, you know, explore what we can find. Not much over here, but, you know, gotta showcase each of the enemies a little bit. Actually, you know what I'll do? Misc? Tactics. There we go. Alright. Cubone, you're going to be showing no mercy. Meteosaurus. Meteosaur. So, it's just easier to say Meteosaurus than it is to say Meteosaur. But, we'll just go Medisaur. How about that? Medisaur, you want to focus on healing. And Empress Evie, I would like you to just show no mercy. That should be pretty fun. And now, you will be controlled by the AI instead of by me. So look, I only have to do impact controls myself, and you guys will kind of do things by yourself. Medisaur, thank you for the heal. Makes my job a little bit easier, although it is less tactically refined. Nice. Good. So yeah, we'll just be grinding a bit of gold and experience for this kind of episode. Also be kind of exploring the main area, and then we'll kind of pick up the main plot next episode. And probably take on the next boss, because it isn't actually too far between now and the next boss. Empress Evie, you are a martial artist, so that means you're very fast. You're also pretty decent at combat, and so that's why you're going pretty quickly. And like I kind of said before, the order of operations of our party members for basic attacks will determine the kind of multiplier, you know? But like, if... we can value, sure. But if we're having 2 attacks and then say Medisaur heals, that will disrupt the combo. And so, in a perfect world, Medisaur attacks just to keep the combo going. But we're doing good. Now, there are like cheat codes or action replay codes that I could put in to reduce the grind. Like both for gold and experience. Oh, that was a nice little combat mechanic. Sometimes when you do excellent in battle, the enemy will enrage against you, which means that they'll focus their attacks on you, which is good in a way because then you know who to defend or who to heal, you know. But, you know, it can also be bad. There's a few other little combat mechanics that we haven't quite gone to, but we'll probably end up showing them at some point. One of them is well, they are lock-based. Empress Eevee, if you can stop, like, one-shotting the enemies, that would be great. Medisaur, you just learned a new spell, Squelch, which is basically anti-poison, I believe. I'm sorry, Keybone, you don't really get to do much, but trust me, when we find a strong opponent, we're going to be using you for the battle. Now, there are also gender clothing. In fact, that item that we just got might be gender clothing. No, it's just more cotton trousers. That's fine. But yeah, there are a few gender clothing, so I guess if you really wanted to min-max it, maybe your gender needs to be, like, kind of, specific. Damn, that was a good hit. We need Medisaur. I'm wondering. Oh, okay. So, normally, right, when you choose your attacks, you don't get to really change it, right? But I'm not sure if Medisaur was intentionally going to heal, or if he changed his mind to heal up Eevee after she got hit. I know that in Dragon Quest XI, it's a bit more fluid, so it's like really about you know, when you get your turn, you don't get a choice. It's not like all at once. Seashell. Items like this, right? We can use to actually craft other equipment later on, and also consumables. The Whoop Troopers! These are actually very annoying enemies to deal with, because they usually got a good block chance, and also can do some evasion pretty well. Yeah, great. Now they're targeting Medisaur, which is why we got the armor on you, my friend. Oh, Kibbo! Backhand! Yeah, so it's got good damage and it's also able to sidestep attacks, making us attack each other. It's very nasty. Yeah, so don't underestimate the Whoopie Troopers. And their recolors in the future. Good, good. You should have some... No skill points. I guess that's at level 5. But we're doing good. And you guys are only using your basic equipment as well. But, let's try and find that, snake. No, not the Whooper Trooper! And a Wingster or two. Okay, let's get him. See, I'm not able to tell Empress Eevee to attack the Whooper Trooper. She just kind of attacks whatever she feels like. I mean, if you were playing this, based on your personality, I imagine that you'll just kind of do whatever anyway. I guess the same with Keybone. Medisaur might be the most obedient, I guess? Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's fine. We're doing good. See, you're keeping yourself alive. I just love that attack animation where you just jump up and smack. Hey, we level up as well. We've got a new spell, Crack, which is basically an ice spell. So, yeah, for what we want, right? We want to increase our shield skill so that we can get block chance. As you can see, we can get 3 lots of 2%, so that's going to be a total of 6% chance to block. Which also works against spells, so it's effectively blocking like anything. 6% chance block is actually, you know, it shows up more times than you think. If you can get it to around 8% or 10%, then that's even better, you know? And there's also dodge chance, so, you know, if you're able to combine it, it should be pretty tanky. As we've sorry. As we've seen with some enemies before, they do have magic, right? They have magic points, same as we. And so if you're able to stall out the opponent with the MP, then you could potentially, well, there we go. I believe this is called a Flyphon. Yep. A Flyphon. Poison Breath. Medisaur's poisoned. Empress Eevee's poisoned. Thank you. Which means Keybone. Power attack. Nice. More Poison Breath. Yeah, this is a tough opponent. Keybone! Ah. Yep, very strong opponent. Crit. There we go. Alright, so now you guys should be able to get some skill points. So, yeah, because you're different class, you have different access to weapons. So that's pretty cool. I'm just looking at this one for some reason. Yeah. Okay. Really? Okay. Huh. Right, that's pretty cool. As for now, you are kind of using the staff, which is fine. So you can just get plus 10 when you're doing an attack with your staff. Medisaur, what do you need? You don't need much. If anything, you need this, but that's a lot to really get you anything. I could get you also shield. It's a bit rough. It takes a lot of points before you're able to really do anything. But Keybone, we do need you to specifically get the Dragon Slash. Alright, we can use a Chimera Wing. There we go. Right next to the horse manure. This will fast travel us back to Stornway. But we gotta heal up before we have some dead party members from poison. Now, here's a little life hack in terms of this game. This inn, run by Erin, that we've helped out before, best girl, perhaps, is one of the cheapest inns in the game. I think it is really the cheapest game. There's like one that's technically free, but it takes a little bit to, like a little bit of travel to get there every time. So if you're looking for something cheap and quick, this is... Hold on. Oh, you're still poisoned. Okay, well, that's why we got Medisaur. You're going to help us get rid of the poison. Yeah, so if you're looking for something cheap and relatively quick to get to, this is going to be the inn you go to. Other inns can get pretty expensive, but this one is very cheap. And so, yeah, we got another blue chest, which is, I believe, randomized, and it does reset every now and then. But we've also got the red one that does not reset, but is only available to the main character. At least they're the only ones that are able to open it. Mini medals, a staple throughout the series. We don't need to worry about defense, right? We can just go to attack. More chest. Suit of strength, that will be useful later. Alright, what we got? Got a fair amount of gold. We will need a dagger later on. Yeah, I could get one of these, but maybe we end up focusing on armor. At least for now. Because no matter what your playstyle is, having better equipment is always nice. So... some of these are pretty expensive. Yeah, like, for example, this lovely dress is able to be worn by any vocation, but only if you're female. And so, only Empress Eevee can wear it. I could bring you up with that, but we can find other things. Alright, so let's get... Well, I think one of these would be fine. And then let's get... Let's get some chainmail. I am mostly going to be equipping stuff myself. So, you know, deafness, defense. If I want some defense. There we go. I'm looking very fancy. You guys not so much, but it is fine. So we're at a decent spot where we could start doing the quest line, I guess. Now remember, we're here to help out people, basically. We need more benevolence to prove that we are Celestian. So we are going to try to help out these people. Now I believe what we gotta do so we've just read that they're having some issues with a Black Knight. So now we're going to go to them. Yep, we're gonna help. There's a bit of a bounty on this Black Knight fella. And so it's going to be our job to stop them. But things are more than they seem. Anyway, so let's just go around and do some good old looting. Let's see what's around, eh? It's been a while. Loot, loot. Loot, loot. There we go. Ah, it's locked. This one isn't. The mini medal? It'll be useful later on, I guess. Yeah, there's a few keys that you can get throughout the game that will allow you to unlock more things. And so it's good to keep your memory attuned to it. Oh, you got another quest. Antidotal head and a moonwort bulb. I guess I could do that. I've got 2 of those. Don't have the moonwort bulb. But if we pick one up, we can get you one. The last Dragon Quest game, like before this was 8, well obviously, but this was the last one before Dragon Quest 11 for the West. There was a Dragon Quest 10, but that was a... There's a queen. We just go into her room. Yeah, so there was Dragon Quest 10, but that was like an MMO kind of game. It wasn't really for the West. So this was the last game between, you know, for the West, before Dragon Quest 11. At least mainline game, you know. So that's what, like 7 or 8 years? Oh, you get another quest. Right. Slime drop. Yeah, I mean, if we're battling slimes, you know, and we get one, we'll give you one. But there is like a limit to the quest, how many quests you can have. So if we get other things along the way, you might be forgotten about. That's just how it is. And I guess for like PlayStation fans, right? You would have Dragon Quest 8. I want to say like around 2006, maybe 2007. I'm not entirely sure. But that's like well over 10 years for you guys, right? Because this is only on DS, it's not on anything else. So, yeah, let me know, like, how it kind of felt not having like Dragon Quest for about a decade. Simona is also, I guess, best girl. All the girls in Dragon Quest 9 are best girls. But, you know, we're here to talk to the king. Basically, the White Knight wants to take the princess away. So, at first it does seem pretty dubious, but as I said before, things are more than they seem, so we'll be going to try to ambush the White Knight and see what we can do. First we'll use violence, and then we'll ask questions later. But, you know, the king is looking to reward us when we get back, so that is always a benefit. And what we can do is we can equip Cubone with our hand-me-down shield. There we go. And I believe... Oh. Sorry, wrong button. Maybe Sora, you would also like a shield, wouldn't you? There we go. Extra tanky. So, yeah, next episode we'll be taking on the White Knight. I can actually... Oh yeah, here's Stella. Yeah, so we're going to take on the White Knight because, you know, if we do that, people will be happy, right? And we need people to be happy to get more benevolence. And so, it's a pretty simple equation. We just take out the White Knight. And the king told us where the White Knight was going to be. I stuffed up the controls there. But we can get a good warm-up. Not much of a warm-up. Yeah, so the king told us that the White Knight will ambush us. Well, is waiting up here. So I could do the boss battle now. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Oh, I'll battle the kitty. But maybe... Oh! Yep, so even spells can critically hit. And so that was a critical hit spell. You know what? I'm in a good mood. Let's go take on the White Knight. You know? Let's do a bit of a bonus boss battle. We'll just get to here. Then we can go. You know what we can do? We can go heal. This will use healing spells pretty effectively. It won't be 100% efficient, but it'll be pretty good. Alright, we're going to battle the White Knight. Is everyone ready? Everyone ready to do their part? But we'll see how we go. We're going to wait a little bit longer for the White Knight to show up, because he said that he would be here. About to head back. Little comedy relief there. This is the White Knight. Not really white, it's more black, but it's white with the different spelling. And so it's more like undead. So we can't let the princess fall into the White Knight's hands, can we? So, let's see how we go. Now remember, I have done this individually, like without any party members. It has been quite a while though, so let's see how we go with some backup. Okay. I am hoping that my teammates have my back. Ouch. Medisaur, heal us up please. We're doing good, we're doing good. Okay. Give on! Oh, nice crit! I wonder if we'll show off a combat mechanic I haven't quite shown off yet. The multi-thrust is annoying because it can target the same character multiple times. Keep on! Double crit? Jeez, Cubone. Alright, I'm getting crit too. If that was a crit, you know, I wouldn't blame you for thinking that it was bugged. But we are doing good. We're getting so many crits. Of course he can heal himself, but, you know, every time he's healing means he's not attacking us. You know? If we get hit, that'd be great. But we're doing good, we're doing good. Good thing Medisaur is on the job. Cubone, you gotta tell me your secret, my friend. How are you getting so many crits? Medisaur. Doing good though. Good, good. Okay, if that was a crit, goddamn. Another heal, that's fine. It means it's not damaging us. It is a brutal battle 1v1, but it is possible, as I have done before. I might have had to be a bit more over-leveled or better equipment, but I did do it. It was kind of rough though. I had to use a combat mechanic I haven't quite shown off yet. Good. You do have a fair amount of MP, so you're... Cubone for the win! The White Knight is defeated! You got like 3 crits off in that battle. But this should be enough for everyone to level up. Having more block chance is nice. You got 2 levels EB. Don't need that. But it's still good. You learn Snooze, so you can now put the enemies to sleep occasionally. It'll take you a bit before you get anything useful. Cubone, you also get 2 levels. So let's just put it into Sword. But that went way better than I expected. We got so many crits. Yeah, so the princess is called Simona, but the White Knight is looking for Mona. So what's the deal here? But I love how my equipment is shown even in the cutscene. A lot of JRPGs, they'll have like a pre-rendered outfit for you, but you know, you're able to see your equipment in cutscenes in the overworld. So if you had something like really goofy, you know, it'll still be in the cutscene. So there seems to be a bit of a misunderstanding between Mona and Simona. But basically the White Knight was sealed away, and the kind of earthquake from the observatory that happened has released him. And so a lot of the issues in the early stage are because of the earthquake. But yeah, that is it. That is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, you can leave a comment about what your favourite part. And yeah, I guess I'll see you later.